What's up, everybody? Waiting for everybody to join for Writer Chat Wednesday. And Writer Chat Wednesday is something that I started where I just come on once a week on Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. and we talk about things going on as an aspiring writer. I'm going on this journey, so I'm taking you all with me. And I just bring in a couple of friends every now and then, but this week it's just me. And it's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, so I don't know what all of you have going on, but I am on the cooking before Thanksgiving committee because, of course, when you have people in town, you have to feed everybody. So I'm on that committee. So I look crazy, but that's okay. I'm still on here. Hi, thanks for joining. And so this week we're going to talk about once you start writing your book, you have to think about things that you aspire to. So, of course, you have your vision boards, you have your whiteboards, you write down your dreams, things that you want to do, because you really have to visualize what it is that you want to do. Because once you write it down, it gets real. And then you start to look at it every day and you just start to push your energy in that direction. So one thing that my mentor said to me is that you need to have a hit list. And I was like, a hit list? And hit list basically is a list where you write down like the people you would like to meet that are in the particular industry that you would want to be in. So for a writer, for instance, you might want to meet a certain other writer. You might want to meet producers, movie producers. You might want to meet actors. You might want to meet TV execs. Hey everybody. So you just want to go through it. It's not always those big name people, but of course there are big names that you want to put on that list. But there might be people behind the scenes that really are the movers and the shakers. Because anytime you watch TV or a movie, there's a writer in the room. That's how the actors get their words. So when you think about your hit list, you want to write down who it is that you want to meet. And like I said, you start from the biggest to the smallest. So I know for myself, I'm looking at my hit list now. I have Oprah, I have Tyler Perry, I have Issa Rae, I have Lee Daniels, I have John Grisham. He's one of my favorite writers. I have Brian Grazer because I really love him. He's a movie producer. And Quincy Jones. I love Quincy Jones. And I have Ava DuVernay. So those are some of the tops. But I also have some lesser named people that are like the editors for the New York Times Book Review or network executives at Netflix and Hulu because, books turn into television and that's always a good look. So those are just some of the people that I put on my list. But you just have to think about it and use the Google machine and find those names and those people that you would like to meet and visualize that and write it down on your vision board. So that's the first thing, just figuring out who it is you would like to meet and starting that list of actually writing down those names. And I'd say a good list of about 20 to 30 people is probably a good place to start with that list. You'd be amazed. Before I had my hit list and when I wasn't even thinking about a hit list, I actually did meet Ava DuVernay, but you know, other than saying, "Can I get a picture?" I didn't really know what to say, and it was at a social event, and she was very relaxed, so that would have been perfect timing. But that's okay. Next time I meet her, I'll be ready. Um, so you have the who, which is your hit list, but then you have to think about what is it that you actually want to say when you meet them. If you have the opportunity to meet them, what would you say? And so I know one of the big things about starting a creative project, you have to have your pitch. You have to have what they call that elevator pitch. And that might be just a 20 to 30 seconds because you think about it in terms of if you stepped onto an elevator and the person that's on your hit list is on the elevator, before they get to their floor, what would you say to them? You have that amount of time where you want to squeeze in to tell them whatever it is you want to say. So if you're writing a book, then you should definitely be thinking about having your pitch together of what your book is about. Or if you're, I would even say beyond this, because becoming a writer, you're sort of an entrepreneur. So you want to know, you want to be able to tell them what's new, what's different. Are you the first? Are you the best? Bring out some of those points really quickly to let them know what it is that you've created and to give them an idea that would maybe pique their interest of about learning more. So I would suggest that you not only get your pitch together, but practice your pitch. Because like I said, nerves will be kicking in, time is ticking by. So you just want to be ready to give that pitch and have it down pat. So you want to have your hit list, number one, of who it is that you might want to meet, and be ready and know their faces. So go on Google and learn their faces, learn their work. And number two, having your pitch down. Whatever it is that you've created, you want to be able to talk about it in 30 seconds max, to spit it out, because these people, they don't know you, they don't have a lot of time, and they might not be receptive. So you want to be able just to get it in, hopefully quick enough that they respond to you in a positive way, or at least you get a chance to tell them what it is that you wanted to tell them about your creative project. And I say, nothing ventured, nothing gained. You may just have that quick conversation and then the elevator stops on their floor and they get out, but at least you took the opportunity, and that's the most important thing, because you never know how that might turn out for you. Another thing is that what are you ready for it? Do you have other projects that you're working on? Are they ready to go? Do you have that business card? Do you have that website? Because can you imagine if you step on an elevator and you met Oprah Winfrey and then you give her your 30-second pitch and she's like, "Oh my goodness, that sounds interesting. Can I get your card?" You don't have your card. Well, what's your website? You don't have your website. Well, can you send me your manuscript? And you don't have your manuscript ready. I know time waits for no man, so you have to, what they say, you don't get ready, you stay ready. So just in anticipation of knowing that one day you might find yourself meeting that person on your hit list, you want to have projects ready to go. You want to be able to pitch your product, and you want to be able to make sure that they can get in contact with you. They may not be interested in it for themselves, but they might be able to put you in contact with someone else, or they might be able to pass off your information. So you just want to make sure that you are ready to get your blessing. So if you're in that position, that you do have what you need when you want to meet them. Another thing is with social media and with just networking in general, you never know who knows who. And so as a writer, if you want to know as many people as you can in the writing community. If you follow me on Instagram or any of my social media platforms, you'll notice I'm always reposting somebody or doing a live chat with someone or reviewing a book. And I'll tell you, just Monday, I posted something, and I tagged the author that I was reviewing her book on Monday, and she reached out to me, and that meant a lot to me, because up until that point I had just seen her book and seen her on television, and she works at O-Mag. Well, she used to work at O Magazine. So that's another thing. You just want to make sure that you are trying to connect yourself with people in the industry, because that is a great way, because those degrees of separation are so small that you never know who knows who. And sometimes they say when you hear your ears are burning, that means somebody's talking about you. You want to make sure that you put the right energy and the right information out. So hopefully they're talking to someone about you, about whatever project that you're working on. You know what I mean? Another thing is that I found is that a lot of people who work in creative spaces, who are working in creative industries, they spend a lot of time going to speaking engagements with different organizations. It could be a Habitat for Humanity organization. It could be your sorority or fraternity organization. So you want to make sure that you get out and you go to these events, because you never know, you might have the opportunity to meet someone. I went to a Bloggers Week conference, and I got there a little late, and I was sitting in the back of the room, and the keynote speaker for the event came, and he was late, and so he was sitting right behind me in the back of the auditorium. And that was just like, oh my God, that was perfect timing, perfect placement, because we were far away enough from the crowd that I was able to engage with him. And that's why I say you want to go to these events. Also, volunteering. A lot of these people spend a lot of time doing philanthropic work or volunteering. So you just want to make sure you get out there and engage and go to different events, volunteer, become active, and work your network and build your network. So as much as you can as a writer, you want to try to engage with that community, because like I said, everybody's from somewhere. Everybody that's big time, a lot of those people were small time at first. So you never know if somebody went to high school with them, or that's their sorority sister, or that's their cousin. You just never know. So you want to make sure that you have your product ready, you have your pitch ready, you know who you want to meet, and you know what you want to say, and you're prepared to take it to the next level. So that is just a few things that I wanted to share with you this week. And like I said, it's just Writer Chat Wednesday. It doesn't last too long. It's just a few minutes to talk about some things that I've learned and I want to share with you. And we just do this every week. So I'll be back next Wednesday I have another writer friend coming in. She's on right now. Hey, Danya. She'll be joining us next week, and we'll be discussing another writer chat topic. So just follow me. Go on my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. On YouTube, you can subscribe. On my Facebook or on my Twitter. And hey, Tanya. And I'll be posting what we're going to be talking about. But yeah, Writer Chat Wednesday. And if you have questions or anything like that, you're always feel free to just put them in the comments when we have these conversations, and we'll do our best to see if we have any answers, or we can just talk about it together and figure this thing out. We're all figuring it out together. So thank you so much for tuning in this week. And I hope you have a really good Wednesday and, and a good holiday. And before I go, just to let you know, next week, on Monday, I have my Monday book conversations that I'm going to be reviewing. I Wish I Never Met You. And the author, Denise Wheatley, I told you I get to know these authors. She's going to join me on my Monday book conversation. So I'm really excited. The book is really fun. I Wish I Never Met You. So tune in on Mondays for my conversations about books, and on Wednesdays for Writer Chat Wednesdays. And thank you guys. Have a great holiday. Talk to you later.